Hi comrades, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Django Little Swan Benz, and our introduction is long overdue. I want to start this channel with an introductory video and a massive thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout this kind of insane social media career slash hobby. We're gonna go through who I am, what I've done, and what I want to do. The goal of this YouTube channel and my online presence in general is to mobilize the most wide audience possible, to exist with a conscience of how evil the system we live in is and how to not feed into that system, if that makes sense. A little about me. My full name is Django Little Swan Benz. This is really the best place for me to introduce myself, starting with my full name because there's a lot of history behind it and it's part of what radicalized me. First, let's start with the last name Benz and a little familial background. And if you want to skip to what we're going to do on this channel, what I want to do on social media, then I'll put a timestamp on the screen. This is just for people who might not know me. This is your first video. This is your first time seeing me. Hello. So Benz is my dad's name, which is the German side of my family that came from Germany in the mid-19th century to Ogallala, Nebraska, literally the middle of nowhere, Native American land. And they settled there as farmers. My dad's family moved to Chicago, where my grandpa, John Benz, was part of Solomon Corwell Benz, one of the most prominent architecture firms in Chicago. Part of the reason why I love Chicago so much, why it's literally my favorite city in the country, and I'm from New York City, so Chicago better, Chicago all day, go White Sox. And then there's my dad's mom's side, the Linfords, who were from Finland, who I don't know when they immigrated, probably the same time, 19th century, but they settled in Minnesota in a Native American land called Little Swan, which is my middle name, and that makes it like an even more twisted like land acknowledgement name that my parents gave to me, because every time, or not every time, but often when I introduce myself and I say my middle name is Little Swan, people will ask me if I'm Native American, and then I have to be like, no, my great-grandparents were settlers, which is true of the history of most white people in the United States. It's just whether it's in your face or hidden in the back closet of your family history, that's what it was. You're not American. Let's get that out of the way. But this part of my family is particularly interesting to me, the Finns that were in Minnesota in Little Swan, because these were communists during the 40s and the 50s. The Linfords were members of CPUSA. They were loggers, they were farmers in the swampy bogs of Minnesota, which is crazy to me. They survived the Red Scare. That's my dad's side. And then on my mom's side, we have Los Chilenos. And I was first told about the Tío Pablo that we lost tragically during Pinochet's coup. I'm articulating this very poorly because it was kind of traumatizing to learn this in 2020 when I was going through my like political awakening and when everybody else was probably. Like, we had COVID, we had George Floyd, we had the protests, and we had Trump all at once, and that was crazy. And then on top of that, for me personally, my mom then told me that yes, nobody talks about this in our family, but this uncle, or this tío, uncle is such an ugly word, my tío, was a communist and was organized and went missing after the CIA spent around $13 million to instill propaganda in Chile, to starve out Chilenos under Salvador Allende, to shut down the copper mines, and the end goal of all this was to reinstate a fascist dictator who killed my uncle and some 1,300 other Chilenos. They were rounded up in soccer stadiums and tortured. They were tortured in the basements of really nice houses in Santiago. This deserves its own video. But learning this and learning how the United States was responsible for it, how Richard Nixon signed off on it, and how a man named Henry Kissinger, who we will be doing a profile on, did this oh my god. 15-year-old Django was like, give me the marks. Give me the marks right now. I wanna know what this man died for. And it was worth it. It was very worth it, okay? Okay, beautiful. Learning this, the covert action of the United States and other countries that had been doing well, and then after the United States got involved, fell, like Bolivia, Venezuela, Colombia, basically in the entire South America, shattered my worldview. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about this channel and this community that I kind of have. Oh my god. With this channel, I want to help make sense of what's going on in this batshit insane world. And most importantly, give to you as my gift back for this platform what you can do to help secure a safe and prosperous future for humanity. Because I'm going to be completely honest right now, guys, we are tumbling and barreling towards and already knee deep in a dark dystopia, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna post something, say something, do something, tell you to maybe do something, and I try. We're going to talk about what has worked in the past at removing capitalism and the system that keeps us all oppressed, why we should get rid of it, what's the alternative, you know, all that fun theory stuff communists are always yelling at you to read, which you really should read. You really should read. It is life-changing. It is really life-changing. People talk about the Bible the way I talk about the Communist Manifesto. Most importantly, though, we're going to talk about how to function as humans without bringing harm to others. We're going to try our best. That means something as small as skipping your $7 coffee from Starbucks, because Starbucks is on boycott lists for several different reasons, like union busting, treating its workers horribly, having a super racist CEO, as well as companies like Target. It goes from anything to boycotting, to mutual aid, to attending a protest. Other topics I want to cover include a praxis series on why action is a lot better than words, why elections don't work, and that's why we're here. You know, Hitler got elected, so just felt blue no matter who. I also want to do educationals. This means videos on Henry Kissinger, Chile. I actually have a list. Salvador Allende, Jeanette Jara, why protests work, why boycotting works, stuff on the US empire, takedown / profiles on Dan Goldman, Kathy Hochul, Schumer, Gillibrand, Andrew Cuomo, Eric Adams, Laura Gillen, and Bruce Blakeman, who are all up for re-election. Especially topics on New York City as well. Communist places in New York City, the history of New York City, Robert Moses. If you don't know that name, you're gonna get to know that name on this channel. Now that we've done all that, I do really, really feel like I need to say this. And I'm just gonna read from my laptop here because I wrote it out. This leads me to a tidbit I must put in here for my cave comrades, meaning you stay in the cave of left-wing internet spaces, which is such a dark echo chamber that takes a lot of effort to get out of. I literally crawled into that shit this summer and have been clawing my way out slowly, cause that shit will turn you into a nihilist real fast. Being in a room full of people screaming at each other because of you're a Trotskyist, you're a Stalinist, well you read this and you did that and that will make you so depressed. Please never go down there if you haven't please don't. It's not worth it. You can think more about what it's probably like in your head, and then don't do it, please. Just don't do it. I can warn you not to go down there, and I'm telling you right now, echo chambers are a waste of time. Echo chambers are such a huge waste of time. Infighting in an echo chamber, even bigger waste of time, and shame on anyone who's done so. I am trying with my platform to do the opposite of that, okay? I'm literally trying to branch out into the public sphere, into the normies who don't know shit about who Trotsky or Stalin is. This channel and my other platforms are meant as a way of educating people who know nothing about Marxism and showing them what has worked physically. We're talking dialectal materialism without any of the names, okay? We're talking big words in smaller doses, more digestible, okay? Okay, because not everyone has the time to read theory, okay? Okay, it's my personal opinion. The end of capitalism is delayed by people who infight over labels, especially those named after dead white men. How idiotic to believe fundamentally similar things and hate each other for using a different word. I won't be and have never engaged in think pieces critical to comrades or infighting online because, Kim, there's people that are dying. Since this is the first video, and it really has been delayed, guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say about the delay of this YouTube channel other than we're here now. But yeah, that's what I want to do. That's why I'm here. That's a little bit about me. I'm currently in my 3rd year studying political science at Hofstra University. I have seen firsthand the rise of conservatism on this campus, the rise of complacency in fascism by normal everyday people, and then I turn on my phone and all my comrades hate each other. So guys, let's wrap it up on that, please. And let's start talking to the people about why their life sucks and how they can make it better. It's that easy. It's gonna be that easy. And that's what I want to do. Amen. Hey, man. Stupid. Okay, sorry. I got a little carried away. Yeah, holy fuck. This is like a 13-minute video. That's okay. Y'all deserve it. Thank you for watching. I really hope you subscribe or you check out my link tree with all my links in it. I also have political resources in that link, and every time someone DMs me with a question, do you have reading recommendations, do you have recommendations for sources, like do you have news outlets or whatever, like how do you get involved, how do I get organized, it's in that link. Political resources. Just made a link for it. Just click the link. I love you. I thank you for reaching out. It's in the link in my bio. It's under political. Yeah. No, yeah, it is. And yay. Thank you, comrades. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.